I started my agency back in 2018. I was a one-man operation making little to no money. And today, I have a full-fledged agency offering multiple different services with multiple different team members making multiple six figures. In this video, I'm going to show you how I did it. So the first and maybe the most obvious difference between my agency in 2018 and today is the amount of exposure that I get. When I first started out, I was more or less just a local business, and nobody really knew about me or what I did other than my family, friends, and then maybe a few local businesses that came across my little website. But other than that, nobody had any idea who I was. If I was to guess, I maybe only crossed the minds of 5 to 10 people every month back then. And that's just not enough, because when it comes to this game of running a business, being a freelancer, it's a numbers game like any other sales job. And the less people that know about you, hear about you, think about you, the more difficult of a time you're going to have actually finding clients. Now, today, people can find me in a ton of different places. I'm all over social media, especially YouTube and Instagram, Facebook. Not only that, but I've completed so many projects over the past years that there are a ton of people out there that have worked with me and had a good experience with me. And so those people are way more likely to talk about me, share me with their friends. And so just by word of mouth and referrals, my exposure has increased dramatically as well. And so if you're looking for the best way to grow and scale and build your brand, that exposure is going to be the most important. And so think about it. How many people are seeing you every day? And if it's not hundreds and thousands, you're just playing a numbers game and you're going to lose. All right, so right along those same lines, another thing that changed in my agency over the past several years is how comfortable I got with showing my face. The thing that you need to remember is people actually rarely remember brands unless they are large, massive brands. So people remember the Apples and the Microsofts and the Nikes. But if you have a small agency or a one-person design business, people are probably not going to remember your brand, but what they are going to remember is your face and your name. And so you need to get more comfortable showing your face and your name, because at the end of the day, that is your brand. That's your logo. That's what people are going to recognize. And so you need to put your face everywhere you possibly can. When I started out, I wasn't comfortable in front of a camera. I didn't like making videos. I didn't like taking pictures. And so I created a generic landing page for my agency that didn't seem to have a real face behind it. And I think this really hurt me in terms of finding new clients. And so today, I put my face on everything. And you're probably sick of seeing my ugly mug because I'm creating video content every day. On every single website or landing page of mine, I have an intro video that is me, so people can see my face, hear my voice, and get to know me and trust me. So if you want to build a brand, if you want to be successful, you've got to get comfortable with showing your face. This is increasingly more important in this age of TikTok and all of the social media content out there. And so you need to get a good setup, you need to get a good camera, you need to get a good mic, and you need to start creating content. So the next thing that made a huge difference for me is finding a niche and then just buckling down and focusing on that niche. When I first started out, I was just a general web designer in the state of Idaho. And so I was offering the same services as everyone else. And even though there were, let's say, 10,000 potential clients, there were also 10,000 potential generic web designers. And so I was just having to kind of throw my hat in the ring and hope that somebody picked me. And the other thing that makes this difficult is if you are a generalist, people are inevitably going to end up price shopping. And so they're not looking for the best. They're not looking for the best fit. What they're looking for is the person that can do it the cheapest. Because at the end of the day, there are thousands of people that can do the same job. So why am I going to pay more than I have to? So over the years, I found my niche, which ended up being SEO and Webflow. So we would build websites in a tool called Webflow, and we would offer SEO. And this niche, which is just a combination of two services, gave us a really unique advantage. And so instead of competing with 10,000 designers for 10,000 projects, I was competing with maybe 2 or 3 designers for 100 projects. And so even though my pool of potential prospects was much smaller, there was a way less competition. And when you're in a niche, you're considered a specialist, and people are always more willing to pay more when they know they're getting a specialist. So halfway through this video, I'm realizing that it's going to be a lot longer than I anticipated. And so I'm actually going to break this up into 2 parts. if you are enjoying this video so far and you would like me to make a part 2, comment down below part 2 and also like this video so I know that it's going to be worth it to pump out more content like this. So with that said, let's dive into the last 2 points. Okay, so the next thing that was a massive difference between 2018 Peyton and today Peyton is my reputation. When I first started out, I had nothing but a few testimonials from friends and roommates in college that I had done small design projects for. And I didn't really have any sort of valid reputation that would push people to trust me. Now, not only did this make my website look barren with not very legitimate reviews, but it also hurt my confidence knowing that I wasn't truly an expert and the only people that trusted me to do their work were my friends. And so over the years, I've been able to land more clients, higher caliber clients, and getting positive reviews and testimonials from them not only helps convert new customers and clients, but it has increased my confidence into where I truly feel like I am an expert. And in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm one of the best. And this confidence can be felt by your prospects. They can tell if you know what you're doing. They can tell if you're an expert. And without even knowing how or why, people are inevitably going to be willing to give you a shot, and they're going to be willing to pay you more because they can feel that confidence. The other thing that's nice is 2 of my very biggest clients, so a $75,000 website and a $40,000 website, both came from referrals of people who had left a testimonial. Once they did that, they were more inclined to talk to their friends and refer me more business. All right, so the last point that I want to make is the most important of this video, and that is that I was able to multiply myself over these past years and accomplish way more than I could have on my own. So in other words, I built a team. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, I don't want to build a team. I don't want the responsibility. I don't like the risk. Whatever your reasoning is, I understand it. And it's not a bad thing to stick to the solopreneur lifestyle. But what I realize is there are a lot more benefits to hiring a team than just making more money. So back in 2018, I was a solo freelancer. I could maybe take on 1 project per month. Now I have a full-fledged team and I'm able to take on multiple projects per month. Now, one thing that I do understand is it's not pure profit. If I have a team, I have to pay each of them, right? And so it's not all pure profit. My margins might be slimmer, but at the end of the day, I am going to make more money. But that's not even the best part. The best part is I'm able to complete 5 times the amount of projects, which means I get 5 times the experience, 5 times the testimonials, 5 times the case studies, and there's 5 times more people out there that are likely to refer me to their friends. And so my exposure grows dramatically by having a team and working with more people. Being able to get 5 times the amount of work done is fantastic, but even more fantastic is having people to take stuff off your plate so you can focus on growing your business. You can focus on marketing, creating content, doing sales calls, and if you can put your focus on those important responsibilities and tasks, it's going to be way easier to grow your business. So in part 2, there are other things that we still need to talk about. I want to talk about sales and marketing, premium pricing, diversifying your services. These are more of the things that I changed between 2018 and today to be able to grow my business. So again, if you want that part 2, comment part 2 down below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.